Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Welcome to another Wind Down Wednesday. Today is all about standing rebounder Pilates workout. It is going to be a 10-minute stress relief lymphatic flush. This is the day of the week that I come into my studio with my face washed, basically ready for bed, except all I have to do is take a hot shower, and I am grounded and reconnected with my body. I do this workout several times a week. This is not a cardio workout. This is definitely to plug in to your Pilates reformer workouts as well. And it just really detoxes the body, flushes the system, and it is amazing for stress. So I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, it is 10 minutes. We're gonna start up on the rebounder, and once you're ready, I'll meet you there. All right, so I choose to use a handlebar. I like the handlebar. It connects my core. It also makes me feel safe and grounded, especially when I have my eyes closed. So we're gonna start with our legs hip distance apart. I want you to tuck that pelvis in. Your abs are pulled up, so you have a little tuck in your tailbone. Your shoulders are back and down. Those abs are engaged and connected. Your chin is level. Your shoulders are down. You have the choice to keep your hands on the bar. You can put your hands into prayer. Just begin driving those heels. Those heels are not even coming up off of that resistance mat. And you're just driving. You're starting to flush the body and just beginning to breathe with the bounce. So I want you to think about your breath. When I rebound, I like to breathe through my nose and exhale through my nose. I try to think about breathing, inhale for 3 seconds, and I exhale for 5 seconds. So I drag out that exhale a little bit more. Sometimes I choose to hum. Again, that is a nervous system calming. Anything with rhythmic motion calms the nervous system. So humming, great way to calm your nervous system as well. We're gonna start driving those heels maybe just a little bit deeper now, and maybe lifting them up, coming up into that health bounce. As we're in this health bounce now, our legs are still hip distance apart. We're gonna start rocking from side to side. So driving the heel when you shift the weight. So you're shifting your weight over, releasing the weight on the one side. You're really driving through the heels, getting that lymphatic system to flush. Again, those abs are still connected. If you put your fingers on them, it automatically connects, contracts, and if you press into the bar as you transfer the weight, you will connect the rib cage, and the abs and the core will stay stable together. Shoulders are still back and down. If you feel comfortable here, we're gonna start relaxing the arms. Just gentle bouncing. We're gonna add some arm movements here, just relaxing, starting to begin flushing the upper half of our body. And I want you to slow that bounce down. You're going back into a heel drive. Small, small bounces here. If you need to stop with stillness, stop with stillness. If you feel unsafe, what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start rolling those shoulders forward. So those abs are still connected. My tailbone is still tucked, but I want you to exaggerate this rolling of the shoulders. Rolling them forward. Heels are not even coming off, they're just driving into that resistance mat. Let's roll them back. Arms are heavy. Now I want you to think about bending the knees a little bit and sticking the booty out. Abs are still pulled in. Working on that back posture, stretching that back, stretching that lower back. Heels are still just driving down. You can always hold on if you need to. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. You're gonna come back up to a neutral pelvis. We'll come back, I'll come back facing my bar, and we're gonna come back to hip distance apart. We're gonna stop that bounce, relax it here. I want you to think about taking a big, deep inhale, stillness on the mat. Exhale for 5. Now I want you to lift your right arm, left arm, whichever one you choose, out to the side. Left hand, opposite hand is gonna come to your head. You're gonna reach your ear to your shoulder. reach, and reach that arm long. Now, if you feel okay here, drive those heels in. Doesn't have to be big. Don't lock out those joints. Really stretch. Once you start driving that bounce, you can feel the stretch and the tension relieve from the neck. Again, you can always hold on if you feel safer here. Again, it's evening. Let's go ahead, drop that arm back to center. We're gonna repeat the other side, so slow the bounce down, ground yourself. Open those toes, ground to the resistance mat. Maybe take your hands, pull quietly. And then if you feel safe here, you can drive those heels down and feel the stretch even more. If you engage your muscles in your arms, you're working those muscles as well. Anything you have contracted and in a firm muscle is working against this resistance mat. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Roll, steady that bounce. You're gonna take your head, look it down towards the resistance mat. Take your gaze up to the clouds. Little bounce if you want to. Hold on to that bar. You can close your eyes. Just nodding yes, up and down. Let's take our gaze to the right and to the left. Really feel that breath. Think about that 5-second exhale. Last one when you come to the center. Go ahead, find your stillness. We're gonna take one hand, bring it to our waist. Other hand comes up, hand right by the ear, stillness mat if you need it. You're gonna reach over, come into a side bend. You can hold on to the rail as well. You can add that bounce. That's why I love the safety rail. The handlebar, because you're working on balance, you're working on it, but you can take the think out of it. Just releasing the body from the toxins, just driving them down through the heels. Bring it back up. Let's go ahead. You can cross the other hand. You can find your stillness if you want. Hand to the hip. Find that side bend. You can hold on, add that bounce. Think about that neck reaching long. Great, let's bring it back up to center. And let's roll those shoulders. We're gonna open the feet a little bit wider. We're gonna hold on to the handlebar. Now we're just gonna lift one foot and bring it down. Lift another foot, bring it down. We're just lifting, hinging from the hip, lifting the foot. Now you can add a little bounce to it. Again, this is not cardio. This is stress relief, lymphatic flush. Now I'm thinking about when I'm coming on to each foot, I am balancing, but I'm trying to find symmetry in my foot. So I'm not allowing one side of my foot to take over. I'm grounding the whole foot here. Last 2 on each side. Last one. Go ahead, bring both feet down. We're gonna step back towards the mat, to the edge of the mat. We're gonna go into some cat-cow. So I want you to roll those shoulders forward. Dome the abdominals out. Gently drive the heels. Abs are pulled in. You're gently driving the heels. So I'm domed out here in a cat. Now we're gonna come back to that cow. Open that chest proud, open that heart, stick that booty out. Hold on, don't worry about the balance. If you feel okay, you can drive with your hands in prayer, hands by your side. I like the stillness and the calm of holding on. Let's go ahead back into that cow, rounding that spine, driving the heels down, feeling that stretch. Abs are really pulled in. And let's go back to cow. We'll do one more each. Feeling that movement of the spine. And let's go to cow. And we are going to find ourselves back into a neutral spine, standing up nice and tall, feet are hip distance apart. We're going to hold on to the bar. We're going to drive the heels, roll to the balls of the feet, drive back, roll up. Really massaging the bottoms of the feet. Let's go for 2 more. Next time your feet come down, leave them flat. I want you to spread those toes, draw those abs in, send those shoulders back, maybe release that bar. Take a moment here, find your stillness. Hold on if you feel like balance is becoming too much work, because I want you to find the stillness. Breathe, let it out. Like I said, I'm trying to nose breathe when I'm on the rebounder, but I'm so into Pilates where we exhale through our mouth, it's very, very hard for me to do. All right, I hope you feel wonderful. Go take a hot shower, get ready for bed, drink a big glass of water before you go to bed, and tell me how wonderful you feel tomorrow. I hope you all had a great evening, and like always, until next time, I'll see you in the studio. Bye.